Hello everyone, welcome to the new session. Today's topic of discussion is double circulatory system in human beings. Before going to the main topic, we should know about some basic concept about your circulatory system, like what is circulatory system and its parts, and its location and how it is work out. Okay, so let's have a look. So what is circulatory system? The circulatory system is an organ system that permits blood to circulate and transport nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide and hormones. It also helps to fight disease, maintain body temperature, maintain pH and maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis meaning to maintain the body balance. So circulatory system क्या है? So circulatory system is an organ system जो कि क्या करता है, ब्लड को अलाउ करता है कि वो जाके सर्कुलेट करे. क्या क्या सर्कुलेट करे? न्यूट्रिएंट्स, ऑक्सीजन, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड हार्मोन्स. इसके साथ वो क्या करता है, फाइट डिजीज के साथ भी फाइट करता है. उसके साथ बॉडी टेम्परेचर को भी वो मेंटेन करता है. उसके साथ पीएच का बैलेंस करता है. ये सबको बैलेंस करने के लिए वो क्या करता है, होम्योस्टेसिस का मेंटेनेंस करता है. So what is its components? The main components of circulatory system is blood, the circulatory fluid and the blood vessels. That are three types of blood vessels are there. First is artery, second is vein, the third one is capillary. And the third component is our heart. So how many types of circulations are there? There are three types of circulation. One is single circulation, that is happen in your fish, and the double circulation. What is single circulation? I will tell you later on the coming slide. So double circulation, it will further divided into two types, that is incomplete double circulation and complete double circulation. What is it all about? So incomplete double circulation is happen in amphibians and reptiles. Examples, what are amphibians? Like frogs, you can say, and reptiles like crocodiles. And complete circulations, that is happen in a crocodile, that is a exception as a reptile. As I told you that reptiles occurs in the incomplete double circulation, but here is the crocodile, that is the exception as a reptile. And the crocodile forms the complete double circulation. And after that, mammals and birds also. Mammals like we are human beings, and birds like pigeons, parrots, etc. So what is single circulation? Single circulation means when the blood pass through the heart only in one time. Here is the beautiful diagram to know what is single circulation. So I told you that single circulation often occurs in fish, different type of fishes. So first, how is it happens? So first, the through the body capillaries. Here is the vein that transport the deoxygenated blood and here is the oxygenated blood. So firstly, the deoxygenated blood comes to the heart through veins and after that it pass through the hearts only in once, and after that it filter out through the gills, and after that it will pass through the all body parts through the artery that will provide the oxygenated blood. So I told you that 3 types of blood vessels are there. That is, first, artery that carry oxygenated blood, and the vein that carry deoxygenated blood. And the third one is capillary that transport substance to the cell, as it is closest vessel to the cell. So capillary is the smallest vessel, blood vessel. So how the blood flows? From artery, that is oxygenated blood, and after that to the capillary, after that to the cell, after that then the cell got the oxygenated blood, and after that the blood will filter out all the waste material from the cell and transport it to the capillary, and the capillary further transfer to the vein. So here the transport occurs. So it is all about the single circulation where the blood pass through the heart only once. And here is the incomplete double circulation, where the circulation doesn't occur in a complete way. So how does it occurs? So here is the lung capillary, and here is the other capillary. Here is the heart. So here, from this, the deoxygenated blood transfer to the heart, and here the right atrium of the part of the heart, here the right atrium, and here is the left atrium to where the oxygenated blood is passed to the heart. Okay, so here is the oxygenated blood. But here only one ventricle where all the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood that are present in the right and left atrium get mixed up at the ventricle only. So it is also known as incomplete double circulation. So it is some basic concept and idea you should know about circulation and what is circulation. Then come to the main topic, what is double circulation. So he is William Harvey who discovered the actual double circulation that occurs in a human being. So how it actually occurs, in our body blood circulates twice. So as I told you that in single circulation, blood pass through the heart only once in a time. And the incomplete double circulation, the blood pass through the heart in two ways, that is your right atrium, that is deoxygenated blood, and the left atrium, that is oxygenated blood. But how it is incomplete, that all the deoxygenated and oxygenated blood get mixed up at the ventricle. So it is known as incomplete double circulation. And here is the complete double circulation. How is it occurs and how is it known as complete double circulation? So let's understand. In our body, blood circulates twice. Once the pure oxygenated blood is pumped by the left ventricle to the other pores of the body and comes back to the heart at the right auricle. One complete circulation, that is known as systemic circulation. Here is the beautiful diagram that shows you the complete double circulation. How is it occurs? So I told you about the systemic circulation. So our heart has 4 chambers. Here is the right auricle, here is the left auricle, here is the right ventricle, and here is the left ventricle. So the largest vein, that is inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava, connects to the right auricle of the heart. What is inferior vena cava? That's the largest vein that collect all the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body. So it is also known as inferior vena cava. And what is superior vena cava? That collect all the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of the body. So it is also known as superior vena cava. So here is the largest vein, that is known as vena cava, that collect all the deoxygenated blood from the from our body and transport it to the right auricle of the heart. Then after that, it will transfer to the right ventricle. And the right ventricle further transport to the lung, where it filter the blood and make it oxygenated. And after that, it will transfer the oxygenated blood to the left auricle. After that, left auricle transfer the oxygenated blood to the left ventricle, and left ventricle will transport to the oxygenated blood to the other part of the body through a vessel known as aorta. Aorta is the largest artery ever of the human being. So I told you about that systemic circulation. So where it is? So the circulation that connects the other parts of the body and the heart is known as systemic circulation. How is it occurs actually? It's the all part that is happening in the systemic circulation. So from the body, all the deoxygenated blood comes to collected through the superior and inferior vena cava, then it come to the right auricle, and after that the pure blood come to the left ventricle and it will pass it to the body. So this part is known as systemic circulation. The first circulation, first complete circulation and the second circulation is the secondly, the blood from the right ventricle is pumped to the heart and comes back to the heart at the left auricle. Is the second circulation or second complete circulation ever. That is also known as pulmonary circulation, as it involves the lungs. That's why it is known as pulmonary circulation. And that part, systemic circulation, that involves the other body parts with the heart. That's why it is also known as systemic circulation. So how is it occurs actually? As I told you, in the systemic circulation, the two chambers, that is right auricle and left ventricle, involved in the systemic circulation. Here the heart and the body involved. So as the body, other parts of the bodies are involved, so it is also known as systemic circulation. And the pulmonary circulation, how is it occurs? Here is the part that involves in the pulmonary circulation. So here what happened? Here I told you that here the vena cava involves and here the aorta involves. Okay. And in the pulmonary circulation, here the pulmonary artery and here pulmonary veins involved in the pulmonary circulation. As it mentioned in the pulmonary, that means lungs, related to lungs. Okay. So as the deoxygenated blood pass from right auricle to the right ventricle, it will pass to the lungs through pulmonary artery. Then the deoxygenated blood will filter out at the lung and it will pass the oxygenated blood through pulmonary vein to the left auricle. Then the left auricle passes the oxygenated blood to the left ventricle and the left ventricle will passes to the body through the aorta, the oxygenated blood. Here only the lungs and heart involved in the pulmonary circulation, and it is the second circulation, complete circulation of the double circulatory system. So as I told you, here is the vena cava that collects all the collects all the deoxygenated blood from the body and pass it to the right auricle, and the right auricle will pass all the deoxygenated blood to the right ventricle. Here is the right ventricle. And it will further pass to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Here is the pulmonary artery. Then here the lungs will filter all the deoxygenated blood into oxygenated blood and transfer the oxygenated blood through pulmonary veins to the left atrium. Then the left atrium will transfer all the oxygenated blood to the left ventricle. Then the left ventricle will transfer the oxygenated blood to the all part of the body through aorta. Here is the complete double circulatory system. So here are some questions that we discussed about the double circulatory system. What is it all about? Let's see. So the first question is, all artery carries oxygenated blood except which one of the followings? So as I told you that arteries always carry the oxygenated blood. But here is the exception of the artery that never carry the oxygenated blood. That is the pulmonary artery. And the answer is pulmonary artery. The next question is, after the death of the human, what happens? Both veins and arteries are full of blood. Both veins and arteries are empty. Arteries are full of blood while veins are empty. Veins are full of blood while arteries are empty. So what happens actually? So as after the death of the human, as the heart stops beating, so transport to the cell. So because of the gravitational force, all the blood comes to the lower part of the body. So the right answer is veins are full of blood while the arteries are empty.